don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy.
My point is that people keep saying, like, yeah, well, some people don't have $5 to donate to a streamer. And it's like, okay, fine. If they don't have the money, then maybe they shouldn't be watching that streamer, especially if that streamer wants to get paid for this. And so I think the best comparison for this is to somebody like a delivery driver. When you look at a delivery driver and they bring your food to you and somebody says, like, why would I pay for a free service? Like, you delivering me my food is free. Why would I pay for that? This is the same exact thing. You have an option to pay for the services that you're receiving. And if you ask for those services, you should be paying for them. It's not so much that it's an option on whether or not you pay. It's more an option on how much you pay. And if you don't pay any, I think we all agree that if you don't pay your waitress at all, if you don't pay your delivery driver at all, if you don't tip these people, you're a pretty bad person. Yeah, let's see. If you don't know what Twitch is where they play a lot of video games online. And while they're playing video games, people can donate to them. And there's people making millions of dollars doing this. Like when you hear about people making millions of dollars playing video games, these are the people that they're talking about. So Twitch is a platform online and it's just like this, where somebody's sitting in front of a camera, talking, playing video games. They've got a controller in their hand, and you can see the screen right next to them, kind of like this, where you're able to see what it is that they're doing. And so lots of people make donations to them while they're playing. And some of the Twitch streamers start to get a little nasty about it, and they start yelling at their people saying, hey, if y'all aren't going to donate to me, then get out of my stream. Don't watch my show if you're not going to donate money to me. And people get upset about this. This video has gone viral, and this is like the 7th or 8th girl who has gone viral from Twitch for yelling at her community that doesn't, for not donating. So that makes teaching kind of a waste. What makes teaching kind of a waste? I'm not understanding. But yeah, so the girl starts to yell at her people. So we're going to go ahead and listen to this real quick for just a second.
It doesn't really matter how much money you make or how much money you have. That's really the thing. Because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. If it costs $20 to sub, $20 is quite a bit of money. $20 is you can get a full meal for $20. And the difference of $20 and eating a meal is in that $20. Like, that's where it is. But a sub is $5. At maximum, in whatever your currency is, it's maybe $10. And it doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly. If you...
Okay, so she's starting off talking to somebody in her chat. Project Sad Face, what's up, man? Thanks for making it. You said that makes teaching kind of a waste, that I can make so much money playing video games. Yeah, you should have been a video game player. You should have been on Twitch this whole time playing video games. So yeah, you think she would actually focus on making good content in hopes that people spread the word to their friends, and she has a better chance of getting more donations. So consider this though. Say here, let's finish playing this video real quick so that we can get all the way through. But so she asked her chat, she said, hey, nobody's donating right now. So we need some people to make some donations. And one of the people in the chat said, but I don't have that much money. So she said, somebody donate like $5 or $10. And somebody in the chat said, I don't have that much money. And so this is her responding to that person in the chat.
Don't have $10. You probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy. That's what.
Okay, so this is the part that people are upset about, is that she's saying that they, especially during the coronavirus pandemic, that while people are at work, that somehow they should be spending the small amount of money that they have on a Twitch streamer.
That's what that is. It doesn't really matter how much money you make or how much money you have. That's really the thing, because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. If it costs $20 to sub, $20 is quite a bit.
So she's not asking for $20. She's asking for $5 or $10. And somebody in the chat says, I can't afford that. And so people all over Twitter, all over YouTube, there are videos being made about this left and right, about how she's entitled. I mean, if you look at the title of the videos, it's entitled Streamer Shames Viewer for Not Subbing During Global Crisis. And I completely disagree with this way of viewing it. I think this is her job, okay? Now, you can make the argument that she's not all that talented, that she's just a pretty girl who sits there in skimpy clothes, and, you know, incels sit there and donate money to her because they're lonely people. Sure, I'm not going to disagree with that. But if you're sitting there watching her and you are enjoying the content, you should probably make the donation to her, because you are taking her time. This is her time that she's putting online. And she's saying, hey guys, all of you are just sitting there not donating. Normally you guys donate, but today you're not. And so this isn't even worth my time. This isn't worth it for me to sit here streaming if no one's going to send me money. And somebody says, well, I don't have that kind of money. And she says, well, if you can't make a $5 donation, you should not be sitting on Twitch watching people on Twitch. You should be out working so that you have more money to where you can pay for the things that you enjoy. And I completely agree with this. She's giving a service to people. And so the main argument online with lots of these videos is, why would they pay for something that's free? Why would they pay? Like, if you're watching a YouTube video, you're watching a Facebook video, like you guys are watching me. I'm not asking for money. This is not my job. Maybe in the future, everybody hit the share button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, maybe someday, maybe this will be my job one day. But right now, I'm not asking for money. I just want to make a point about people who do have this as a job. It's not all that ridiculous that they would want people to pay them. So let's see. Rose said, here, let me get this one first. You think she would actually focus on making good content in hopes that people spread the word to their friends, and she has a better chance at getting more donations? She is a very successful Twitch streamer. She makes a good bit of money. She makes money on the advertisement that's at the very beginning. So it's not like on YouTube or Facebook where ads pop up in the middle of videos. They get one ad at the very beginning of each stream. And then from there, that's all the money they make. And that they're only going to make money from there from people who subscribe and pay for a subscription to their channel, or people who donate to them. As if watching a pretty girl sit on a beanbag is worth $10. Give me a job and I'll donate. I'll be in touch with you soon, Project Sadface. No, Project Sadface, you can watch on YouTube. It looks like you may be the only one on YouTube watching, but I'm starting to stream on both YouTube and Facebook. So streaming Saturdays every week will now be done on both platforms. So you are fine on YouTube. Stay over there, share it, invite your friends. We'll grow the YouTube side of this. She could have said, okay, well then $1 would be fine. Like that would have been better response rather than putting a strict dollar amount. Yeah, sure. I think that her response is a poor response, and I don't like the way that she framed all of this. But my point is that people keep saying, like, yeah, well, some people don't have $5 to donate to a streamer. And it's like, okay, fine. If they don't have the money, then maybe they shouldn't be watching that streamer, especially if that streamer wants to get paid for this. And so I think the best comparison for this is to somebody like a delivery driver. When you look at a delivery driver and they bring your food to you and somebody says, like, why would I pay for a free service? Like, you delivering me my food is free. Why would I pay for that? This is the same exact thing. You have an option to pay for the services that you're receiving. And if you ask for those services, you should be paying for them. It's not so much that it's an option on whether or not you pay. It's more an option on how much you pay. And if you don't pay any, I think we all agree that if you don't pay your waitress at all, if you don't pay your delivery driver at all, if you don't tip these people, you're a pretty bad person. Like, I think we all agree on this. But it's just surprising to me that people would act like her asking to get paid for her job is ridiculous. That I do not understand. You should want to get paid for your job, and people should not be arguing with you on whether or not you get paid. Now, if they say, hey, look, I don't want to pay for this, I'm going to sit here and watch it for free, that's one argument, and that makes sense. Or if they say, well, if you want to get paid for this, I don't think it's worth that much to me, so I'm going to leave. That's a good argument as well. I would completely agree with that. I don't watch this girl, so I'm not going to be subscribing to her anytime soon. Okay? But if your response instead is, I can't make that much money, I can't afford a $5 donation, then it's hard to believe, especially if you're on Twitch. You have a computer, you obviously have a good internet connection, you have you have time to where you're able to just sit around watching things like this. So it's not ridiculous to think that somebody who's sitting around watching a stream on Twitch probably has $5. And they probably also play video games. I mean, video games are really expensive. Consoles are really expensive. So if they're doing these things, they obviously have, expendable income, to where they should be able to donate $5 to somebody that they're spending their time watching. Or, I can't afford to waste money. Yeah, sure. I look, again, if you want to say I don't want to waste my money on it, that's a good argument. To say I don't have $5, that's a bad argument, especially when you're on Twitch, you likely have $5. She's not giving a service. She's just getting paid for a hobby/pastime. That is not true. This is her job, though. Like, yes, if you want to argue that sitting around in skimpy clothes is not a great job, I'm not going to disagree with you on this. I'm totally going to agree with you. But I don't think that people who are sitting there watching her, they obviously find this service useful. They obviously like what she's doing. Otherwise, they would not be spending their time watching her sit on these beanbags. And maybe, look, just like a delivery drivers have to pay for their gas. They have to pay for their cars. they have to pay for oil changes and upkeep and things like that. They have overhead on the delivery that they give you. Okay, maybe this girl right here needs more bean bags. Maybe she needs more stuffed animals. Maybe the camera that she uses is expensive. Maybe the computer that she uses is expensive. Like this stuff, they have overhead as well. So it's not all that ridiculous to think that maybe people should pay for the services that they're using.